Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Schneider. Welcome to the Song Club.
I knew it was a bad idea to meet you here, my dear. 'Cause now that I've done it.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. It's good to be here. Wherever we are. I mean, I know we like to think we're on Earth, in the middle of outer space. But are we? I mean, sure. I mean, according to the rules, that's where we are. But I preface that thought with this idea. I don't even know if that even makes sense, what I just said, but I wanted to sound sort of, intelligent. Here's my thought about all that. Back in the 70s, when George Lucas was making Star Wars, they didn't have CGI. So back then, if you wanted to, have a shot of a spaceship in outer space, you had to build a little model out of old airplane parts and make a backdrop that looked like space, and then film that, and then tell people, hey, this is a spaceship in space. But then once CGI came along, nobody's building those anymore, because they can just make one on a computer that looks way more realistic and does the same job. So what I'm saying is, obviously when, the Bible and all the other religious texts were written, which is, a lot of the info that we get comes from those books. Or, or it originates maybe from that. That was like the textbook. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, like you have your science textbook from 8th grade that, God, what is the name of that publisher? Randall McNabb? That's long COVID, by the way. Me saying Randall McNabb, I know what it is, but there's educational textbooks. You know what they are. They sound sort of like that. Anyways, that 8th grade textbook for science in the year 722, the textbook was the Bible. What's a tetrahedron molecule? Look it in the Bible and see what it says. And then all your learning came from there. And then eventually they had some other books, but that was it for a while. And again, that's if you were in a certain part of the world. If you were in China, they had that Dao De Jing or whatever it's called. I don't know how long that's been around, but you get what I'm saying. They had these books that were written. And when those books were written, if you wanted a table, you didn't go to IKEA and buy a box that you had to then take home, put together, realize you'd put it together wrong, fuck it up while you're taking it apart to re-put it back together again, realize, oh, I should have just went and bought something at fucking Home Goods. They didn't have that back then. If you wanted a table, you had to get your handy-dandy axe that your dad had given upon you, or you had stolen from somebody that you murdered along your travels. You'd take your handy-dandy axe and you'd go to the nearest fucking pine tree, because that's what you want to cut down with an axe. Here's what you don't want to cut down. An oak. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care if you're the strongest man on earth. I don't care if your name is Dolph Lundgren. Put an axe in anybody's hand and say, go chop down yonder oak. No. I was getting after these oak logs in my lawn, in my yard with a chainsaw. And them oaks were saying, go fuck thyself. They use the Bible language, my oaks. They're old. They were like, go fuck thyself with thy chainsaw, brother. So I can't even imagine what would happen if I took an axe to an oak. But if you got a pine tree, that's a soft wood. Yeah, you chop. If it was the year 728, if you wanted a table, no IKEA, no home goods, you got your daddy's axe or your enemies, and you chop down a pine tree, and then you're like, let me try to whittle this into some sort of a board situation. Chop that up. If you're lucky, the saw had been invented. I don't know when the saw got invented. But at some point they came along with the saw and they were like, oh, this is so much better than the fucking axe. The axe was fine for chopping down the tree, but for whittling, you know, for getting a board square, axe no good. The saw much better. So you got a saw, now you sawed it into a square shape. Now you're like, oh fuck, got no nails. So now you're using twine or something to fucking twine it together. Anyways, there wasn't shit to do back then, so it's not like you had anything to do. Like, no Netflix. You're not watching the fucking new season of Emily in Paris, so you're like, well, I've got 16 hours today. What am I going to do? Oh, let me make 1/4 of a chair. So anyways, this is a long story, but I'm getting to the point. You'd make your chair over the course of a week. At the end of the week, you'd have a chair. Also, a large part of your life was gone because they didn't live long back then. Dude, you got strep throat, dead. Strep throat wasn't like, oh, I got strep throat, let me get some penicillin. No, you got strep throat, that's turned into scarlet fever, and then you were dead. And I'm like, what happened to Bobby? Oh, he got a little touch of strep. Oh, so he dead? Yeah, he dead. But he was making a nice chair. And when I say nice, it was like not nice. I mean, the only good thing about back then is the chairs didn't have to sustain a lot of weight. Because also, besides there not being any Home Goods or IKEA, there was also no H-E-B, Randall's, Publix. You put in the supermarket of your choice. If you wanted food, good luck. $7.25, you wanted food, and I mean, if you had a farm, you had some chickens, you're like, oh, I'll have an egg today. Oh, I got a pig that got pretty big. Let's butcher that up and try to eat it and not all die from pig vermin. Anyways, you get the picture. Food was hard. Everything was hard. Everything was hard. That's what she said to nobody ever around me. Anyways, so what I'm saying is, if you wanted something back in them days, that's the way I call them, you had to make it out of scraps and scripts, whatever's around, whatever's in the forest. That's how you made your shit. So when they made those texts, they were like, God made the earth. Yeah, God made the earth because there was no other way to make the earth. There wasn't no IKEA, no Indonesian labor force that was going to make all this shit. Now, of course, we have the Indonesian labor force. So you want some shoes? No problem. Where they come from? Don't ask questions, boy. No, but where do they don't ask questions that you don't want answered. You want to see some video? You don't. Just think of it as magic. Call it Nike magic. It's like a genie. Don't think of the labor. Or you can, and you can like make up a story like, oh, somebody gets to live another day because I bought this shoe. What's the quality of their life? Who knows? I don't know anything about it. I like to believe in magic. Nike magic. Do I have Nikes? I think I do. I mean, I'm a dude. All right, back to my story about everything, about where we are, the Earth. So, back to the 70s and Star Wars. They're making ships. Now, it's the year 2024 of our Lord. And nobody's making those models because they're doing it all CGI. And so, my thought is like, wait a minute. if you're going to make a universe, like now we're going back to God. Now we're going to believe that there is a God and that God made the universe. Of course, when that theory was brought up 2,000 years ago, again, no home goods, no computer, no Netflix. God took his axe that he got from his God daddy or God enemy and chopped down a universe and put it where it is right now in a giant universe size room. That all made sense back then. But now it's like, wait a minute, you don't need to create a whole universe. You can just create the idea of a universe. And where can you put that? In your pocket, boy. If you got a tiny, tiny pocket. If you got the tiniest pocket in the world, you can put the entire universe in there if it's just an idea of the universe. Put on your little goggles, your little Quest goggles. Or if you got that dumb money, that Apple Vision Pro. Dude, how much big dick energy do you have if you've got one of those in your house? Like if you went on a date with somebody and you walked in and they just got 3 of those laying around, you're like, oh shit. Somebody's got some disposable income. Anyways, put on one of those things and all of a sudden you're in the Sahara Desert. But you're in your room. You're in your little house. No, you in the Sahara Desert. So where are we? Are we in our room or are we in the Sahara Desert? Unknown. Can't be known. Because we don't know shit. We just think we know stuff. But we don't. We think we know who we're supposed to hate. Oh, I know who I'm supposed to hate. How do you know who you're supposed to hate, Bobby? I don't know what that accent is, by the way. I want to say it's an 8-year-old kid, but it could be a 6-year-old kid. Who are you supposed to hate, Bobby? Well, let me look at my phone. Oh, I know who I'm supposed to hate. Who are you supposed to hate? Oh, really? Wait, why aren't we hating the same person? Oh, different sets of info? Are we anybody checking anything? Yo, anybody checking anything? Oh, nobody's checking anything? No, we're checking. How are you checking? I talked to my friend who got the same info I got, and we checked it against each other's info, and it checked out. So we know who to hate. How about you? I got some stuff. Anyways, we all know what we know, right? Where are we at? I know what I know. We're in the song club, boy. And here's what I'm not going to do. Get sucked into something. I started getting sucked into something. But the main thing was, where are we? We in the song club. Song Club 89. That means 89 of these have come and gone. Well, 88 have come and gone. The 89th. We in it, boy. We in the 89th. Yeah, we in the 89th Song Club. What's that mean? 89 times I've come to you guys with 8 delicious, freshly baked, not always freshly baked songs that I wrote either that month or in the 4 years previous or the 40 years previous. And this month is no exception. How does he do it? How does he write all these songs? Your boy's busy. While you guys are scrutinizing Netflix, I'm also doing it. While you guys are busy watching your pornography, also. While you guys are eating your delicious curds and whey, who doesn't like a nice bowl of whey, boy? While you guys are doing that, I'm also squeezing in writing a song a week. How does he write a song a week? It's not hard, because I don't try to write good ones. Unfortunately, I'm so talented, they come out good even though I'm not trying. Some better than others, for shiz. So should we listen to some of the songs and talk about them? Why not? Or I could just keep expounding about the universe. Let's start with this first one. It's a new song. It's called The World's Best Liar. I saw somebody on TV talking. It wasn't on TV. I don't know who watches TV. I don't. But I was watching something on YouTube and I saw this guy talking and I was like, eesh. Oh. It just sounded made up to me. All right, let's listen to it. It's called The World's Best Liar. Oh, already it's Mersey beat, boy.
Everywhere I go, people point and say, oh, there's the one that always gets away. But then the kind of story you might say is true. He got a way of breaking whatever's real into. They say he never tire. He got the money and desire.
Thought it might work.
The boy on fire is the world's best liar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa. He up on the mountain, down on the ground.
He up on a mountain. He up on a mountain. Sometimes I get a little like, you know, like sometimes when you're supposed to take out the trash, but you don't want to take out the trash, but you got to take out the trash. So you're just like, fuck, man, I got to take out the, you just kind of do it. You don't do it with a lot of enthusiasm, I guess, but you got to get it to the curb, boy. You got to get it to the curb. So sometimes when I'm singing a song that I just wrote and I'm like, I got to get it to the curb. Yeah, on the mind. I got it to the curb. But I didn't do it like, he's up on the mountain. You know, maybe if I was like in my early 20s, that's how it might have come out. But at this point, I'm just getting it to the curb. And the curb's fine. Because garbage man coming. And the garbage man going to take it to wherever he took it. To the magic place where the shoes get made. Where the Nike magic happen. Anyways, that's called The World's Best Liar. Week came, week went. New song, Bob Schneider. Fucking throw it on the heap with all the other great shit that he's done. And by he, I mean me. And by we, I mean you guys and me in the song club together forever. Forever and ever, no. Just for a little bit. Short little click. And then game over. What happened? All of humanity came and went in the blink of an eye. How long was that? 1.2 million years. How long was that? Blink of an eye. Go to the Grand Canyon, by the way. Hey, you want to have your mind blown? Go to the Grand Canyon. Go with a guide, because the guides know what's up. Or just go on your own and you won't know shit of anything that's going on. I mean, I guess you could, like, I'm sure they have, like, some guided tour shit that you can get on, like, as a podcast. But go with a guide, because they're crazy. Those people are nuts, guides. So they're interesting. But they know a bunch of shit, and they'll tell you, oh, see that groove in the side of that wall there? Oh, that took, like, 5 million years to make, because there was a stone at the top of the fucking stone, a tiny stone on top of a giant boulder. And then every time there would be a flood, like every once a year, twice a year, it would rattle the stone around a little bit, and then that would knock off a little piece of the boulder. And then thousands of years, it would go down like an inch or half an inch. And then millions of years, it would go down like... And then you'd see these grooves that were like 100 feet. And you'd be like, oh, that's what time is. That's what time is. And it would fucking blow your mind. And then you're like, you know what? That's too much to even think about. But then you realize, wait a minute, what is time? And then you go, oh... Is time real? I don't even want to go. I mean, look, we already started with like nothing's real, so I don't want to go down the time thing, because we only got so much time right now. Let's listen to another song. This next song's called BOOTSWANA. I have a thing called the song game that I do I come up with a prompt, or I ask the guys in the group if they've got a prompt idea, which sometimes they do. Anyways, the prompt gets sent out to a group of songwriters. You can do this yourself, by the way. Anybody can do this. You can do it with your friends who maybe aren't professional songwriters. Maybe they're hobbyists. Maybe you're a hobbyist. Maybe you'd like to write songs. It's easy to do. Just write a song. Try not to write a good one, because that'll hurt your brain. But have fun and write something. That's easy. And then you can have fun and do it. So prompt gets sent out, and then you've got a few days to write your song. Mine are due every Tuesday. The prompt. So anyways, one of the guys in the song group that I'm in, his name is Derek Barr, a very talented songwriter, plays with John Party, plays guitar in his band. And, but he's an incredible songwriter. And I was hanging out with him because John Party came and played Austin, and he invited me very graciously to hang out with him, and I did, and got to meet him and the band, and they were great. Had a wonderful time. The show was amazing. And but while we were there, I guess I don't know if he came up with the prompt or I came up with the prompt, but we came up with this prompt, Born in Boots. We're like, oh, that's a fucking country hit, son. Born in Boots? So that became the... So then I immediately forgot about the prompt, because that's the way my brain works. And about a week later, I just texted him, go, hey, you don't have any ideas for a prompt? And he's like, immediately, yeah, Born in Boots, bitch. The one we talked about. I'm like, oh, yeah. So I sent that out. That was the prompt that week. And then, of course, I didn't write a country song. And then I changed. I had to use the prompt. But instead of Born in Boots, I made it Born in Bootswana. And, yeah, so I wrote this song called Bootswana. And it's not a country song, and I don't even know if it's a good song, but it was fun to write. Here it is, Bootswana.
Baby was born in Botswana.
Yeah, boy. My baby was born in Botswana, son. That's a made-up country that sounds like Botswana. Is Botswana a country? I don't know. My geography is real bad. Real bad. And I guess I could get better at it. I guess I could take some time and learn where everything is in the world. Or where, people have decided, hey, this place, this random part of the earth, we're going to call it China, boy. This random part of the earth, we're going to call it Canada. Why is it so cold? Should we listen to another song? Why not? This is a song called Okayer. I don't know what the phrase was for this week, but I was not in a good I was definitely not in a good place when I wrote this song. Now, that's the thing about songs that I've discovered over the years, is that I will write songs that really seemingly don't have anything to do with the day-to-day mundanity. How do you say that? The mundane details of my waking life, because I don't do a lot. I'm a bit of a homebody. I don't really go out. I don't look for adventure, as they say. I like to, keep it real chill. So the things I write about aren't necessarily things that actually happen in reality. They're things that happen in my imagination. Now, my imagination, they a party going on there, son. There's a real party going on in my imagination. All kinds of shit's going on. Man, I've been having a lot of dreams lately about naked dudes. And I'll tell you why, because I've been watching the Olympics. And when you're watching the Olympics, you're seeing a lot of dick outline. A lot of dick outline, because these guys are wearing, I guess they're like trying to get streamlined so that they can shave off 0.001 second off their race or height. So you're just seeing a lot. I thought I was seeing a lot of dick outlines in the NFL because I think they stopped wearing cups or something. But man, this Olympics, I've never seen so many dick outlines in my life. And like, people don't seem to give a fuck. Now, I get the dudes who have the giant penises. If I had a giant penis, I'm just going to be wearing like bright yellow spandex every day, or light blue, or something where you can see all the shadows. But I don't. That's not the kind of penis I have. I have the kind of penis that I like to keep in a dark room, like the GIMP. And not let it out very often. And when I do, not feel good about it. I don't want to tell anybody about it. I certainly don't want the entire world to see it at the Olympics. But man, there's a lot of that. So I'm watching that. And then, of course, at night, I'm having these weird dreams. There's a lot of frontal male nudity in my dreams. I don't like it at all. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. But what can you do? It's dreams, You just wake up and you're like, God damn it, I'm glad that was just a fucking dream. Because, shit happens in your dreams. You're like, why is this happening? Why? I had a dream the other day. It was so terrible. I was like pooping on a boat, but it was like an open, it was like a little, like, how like in the middle of, like you have a boat and then there's where the driving thing is, and then in this dream there was like a little toilet that you sat on. I was sitting down pooping, but then there was like a Blake Lively type woman above me, beautiful woman, looking down, watching me poop, and I was just like, huddled there, trying to cover up my penis, pooping, trying to do it silently and cleverly, but she was watching. I could see her watching, and I was like, I gotta poop. And the whole time I'm like, why is this happening? Why is this going on? And then I got a little poop on the seat. It was horrible. And then I was trying to I hope she doesn't see the poop on the seat. And I was trying to wipe it with a piece of toilet paper, and it just kept getting more and more smeared with poop until the whole seat was brown with smeared poop. It was horrible. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God. That was a dream. And dream people will be like, oh, you know what that means? Yeah. It means I was watching the Olympics, son. Anyways, who knows what it means? I don't care what it means. I'm just glad it's over. And then I was like, I'm not going back to sleep until I have to. Because I don't want to take any chances. Because that doesn't happen in real life, by the way. What happened in that dream, that don't happen. Your boy ain't pooping around anybody. The door's locked, shut. Daughter's on the other side. Daddy, where are you? I'm like, don't worry about it. Some people will poop with the door open. That ain't me. I keep that shit fucking privat, as they say in most European countries. All right, let's listen to this song. So this is called Okayer. I started saying that when I wrote this, I was not in a great place. And I wasn't. Because that's life. Sometimes you feel good and sometimes you don't feel good. But the good thing about it is, it's a feeling, and feelings come and go. So lots of times I'll write a song like this and they're like, are you okay? Because in the song I say, I'm not okay. I've been okayer. It's called okayer. But that's when I was writing the song. Now I'm fine or I'm not fine. It really doesn't really hinge on the song. Like just because you write a song doesn't mean that's the way you always feel. Anyways, but people worry. And I appreciate it. But worry about yourself. Don't worry about your boy. All right, here it is, okayer. Oh shit. Yeah. I should have put that in the song.
I will come to your town.
Why does all this not sound
I
good?
will fuck, burn it down. I'll take my time and bring the pain. I have done it time and time again. I'm not okay. I've been okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not okay.
Whoa.
I've been okay.
Okay.
Let me paint for you a picture.
Yeah.
Let me read to you from scripture.
What?
Kick back, I'll make the mixture. This world will try to trick you.
Yeah.
Always. I always done it my way. My records gone pure clay. I've been down since my birthday. I'm in the club with Lil Sayer. Spinning records on the record player. I'm not the captain, I'm the mayor. I'm not happy, I'm just scared. I'm not the money, I'm the paper.
Yeah, I was using one of those things on that song, which is kind of cool, and I was hoping that it was within arm's reach, but it's not. And I don't know where it is. I'm not going to go looking for it. That's called Okayer. Another new song. Here we are. We're in the halfway point of the Song Club 89. How are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? I can't hear anybody. Huh? Say it louder. Let's listen to another new song from this month. From July 2024. What did Bobby write in July of 2024? Let's listen to another one. This one's called Hearts Half Shut. Now, I will say this. I was looking down at the song, and I was like, Hearts Half Shut, what is that? I don't even know what that's... I don't remember what song that is. I don't think I've played it live, so I don't remember. So we're going to find out together. We're going to listen to it, and I'll be like, immediately, I'll be like, oh, that song. Hopefully it's not one of the songs I already played, but sometimes I'll write a song and I'll call it something. And then later, as I'm writing it, I'll like, oh, I get a better title for it. And then I'll rename it. But then in my iTunes, it'll have the old name. And I'm like, oh, what's this song? And then I listen, I'm like, oh, that's just the song I renamed something else. So that could be the case. I'm going to click on it, and it could be that Okayer song or BOOTSWANA or something. I don't know. Let's check it out. Nope, this is not a song that I've already played. This is a different song. And I'm still not really remembering it that well, even though I read it.
I don't wanna tell you what to do, but I guess I gotta do. I don't wanna tell you what to
now it's coming back to
do, I
me.
guess I gotta do. Should get down on the ground, should spin the world around, stunning attack from the inside to the upside down. So take the sticks from me, I'm not playing anything from my shiver again. I don't like tongue speak. Superman, he wears shorty tidy, he make his eyes clean, he make it body. All CD just
might be my favorite song of the month, to tell you the truth. Just for my personal tastes, kind of like it. Now, the reason I don't remember that song is because that song would be almost impossible to play live with the band. First of all, it just keeps changing the whole time. It's got so many lyrics. None of it sort of makes sense or works together. So I'd have to memorize everything. The flow changes from line to line. It would be a nightmare to perform that song. So that's one of those songs that I've written that you guys will get in the song club if you're part of my Patreon. By the way, thank you. If you're part of my Patreon, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys being in it and supporting me. I know that everybody now does subscriptions. Everybody. I've got 50 subscriptions. 30 of them I don't even know I have. And then when I find out I have a subscription, I immediately cancel it. So the fact that you haven't canceled your Patreon subscription, you're a hero to me, even though I don't know who you are. But you're a hero, and I appreciate it that you're supporting me because, frankly, I could use the support. Frankly, I could use the support. I mean, I don't like to admit it. That makes me feel terrible. Here's what I'd prefer. TS. I prefer making that bill a year, boy. $1 billion a year. If I was making $1 billion a year, I would tell everybody on my Patreon, pay yourselves $1,000 each out of my account. But I don't make $1 billion a year. But I would like to. No, I wouldn't, though. It's going to be terrible. Like, being Taylor Swift, like, playing the shows, incredible. Like, I would love to fill up SoFi Stadium, have everybody go crazy, play my songs, have a good time. I'd love for people to get excited when my record comes out. I'd love for people to listen to my music because I spend so much time and effort and love putting these songs together. And I want people to hear them and then appreciate them. I love all that. But the idea that you just can't walk around without people fucking going nuts... Like, it seems like it would be cool. It would get so old so fast. Now, would traveling around in a private jet, would that suck? No, that'd be great. That's the best. Like, you just have a driver pick you up from your beautiful house where you have a chef, take you to a plane, and then that plane takes you to a new place, and then you stay in your beautiful plaza suite place that you're staying in, and then you go play in front of millions of people. Like, there's some perks, boy. But then also, who are you at a certain point? At a certain point, you just think that you're the greatest thing in the world, which it's good. It's good to think that you're the greatest thing in the world. I think it helps you write songs. If you think you're great. So, I don't know. The cool thing about life is no matter what you have, no matter what your circumstances are, it all kind of levels out. Like, I think people think, well, if you're flying around in a private plane and everybody's doing your life's going to be better. And it seems better. But then you just get used to whatever your life is. Whatever your life is, you just get used to it. And then you're just back to like, the Princess and the Pea. I'm like, I think there's a pea under there somewhere. Oh, there is. My pea. Clean it up, servants. Clean it up. All right, let's listen to some old songs. These are old songs. I didn't write these this month. I wrote them a long time ago. When did I write them? I don't know. It says I wrote this one in 2007. If that's true, then I wrote it 17 years ago. Could that even be true that 2007 was 17 years ago? That just doesn't seem possible. 2001, that seems like that happened 9 years ago. But 2007 happened 17 years ago. Holy fuck. All right, this song called Icecapades. And it's a song where I imagine that I'm an Icecapade, that I'm in the Icecapades, that I was an Olympic skater. And then now, in the twilight of my youth, I'm in the Icecapades. Let's listen to it and see if we like it. Don't worry about that little glitch. We'll fix that in post.
Look, Mom, in the Icecapades now. See me dancing in the lights out. Tie my pants off on the slippery ice. I'm shining like a star tonight. I'm dancing. Watch me work. Look, Mom, it's a dream come true, man. Triple jumping to a layback spinning. Paddle left into a flying camel. Almost pretty. Store at the hammer. I'm dancing. Ice dancing. I am dancing. I am dancing. I am dancing. Dancing on the ice. I am dancing. I am dancing. I am dancing on the ice. Don't worry, Mama, I will always love you. Don't worry, I know you will love me too.
There you go. Even in that one, I was referencing the Olympic penis for sure in that song. Because again, they wear a lot of spandex in the Olympics. I mean, that's the big difference between the X Games and the Olympics. X Games, very little spandex. Olympics, almost all spandex. Just so much spandex, so much tight, clingy spandex. And butts. I do feel like that's the other thing that's changed in this Olympics. Like, you're seeing the entire butt of these people. And when I say people, I mean women. Like, I was watching the high jump and the long jump. And like any track and field event. These women used to wear like shorts. Now they're wearing like tongs. I get it if you're doing the high jump. You don't want like a little loose flap of your shorts hitting that, bar, and then you didn't set the world record. I get it, but man, you're seeing so much butt. Like, it's the whole butt. It's not a thong, but it's close. It's like almost a thong. It's just so much more butt this year than the last Olympics. And I don't even think I watched the Tokyo Olympics. I don't think I did. Like, they didn't cover it well, or maybe because nobody was there. I wasn't really into it. I feel like I'm into this Olympics more. Maybe it's because of all the butt and the penis. Maybe they've ramped. There's so much. Maybe it's the new 8K screens where you can see every vein and every penis out there. Maybe that's why I'm more interested in it. I hadn't really thought about it until this minute. Hard to say. But man, oh man, the butt situation. I mean, whoo boy. I'm not a big butt person. Here's what I like. I like this. The face is that's the primary thing that I'm attracted to in a person. And then, personality, humor, intelligence, that sort of thing. All right, let's listen to another song. This is a song called Into the Sun. It was on one of my records. I'm not sure which one. You guys know. Maybe King Kong. I think it was King Kong. It's either King Kong or Blood and Bones, but I think it was King Kong. Anyways, this is the original demo. Let's check it out and see if we like it.
No need for candy, no need for drugs, no need for riches, just kiss and hugs. No need for promises you cannot keep. Just take your heart out of its box and throw it out into deep. Let's make a love that'll last forever. Let's make a world of
tell me about the dead.
A lot of flute in that one, which I like. I'm a big fan of the flute. Now, normally I have this really cheap flute that I bought probably at a toy store. It's like a Chinese flute. And that one, I feel like I can't hit a wrong note. Now I have this nice German flute that I got on probably Amazon. It's a recorder. And it's definitely, more exacting, but I can't seem to hit a good note on that. And then I got this penny whistle. This thing sucks. I defy anybody to play that if you're not Irish. And I mean, if you're Irish, you're born with the ability to play that. But if you're not Irish, which I'm not, I can't fucking play that at all. Anyways, I keep it here. I don't know why. I wonder why I would keep this thing nearby. This doesn't remind me of the Olympics. So that was Into the Sun. Pretty good. I like that. That demo was pretty nice. I think it's interesting for me. Like, I would love to hear the original demo of any song that the Rolling Stones or Tom Waits or somebody wrote. Like, I find it interesting to see, like, because that demo for Into the Sun, the day I wrote it, that's when I recorded that. So as I'm coming up with the ideas, as I'm writing the song, I'm recording it at the same time. So there's a real energy to that gets lost when you're in the studio. In the studio, like, you take all the rough edges off. You try to get rid of any, like, obvious influences that a song might have. Like, lots of times I'll hear a song, I'm like, oh, I want to write a song like that. And then when you write the song, it sounds a little like that. But then when you go into the studio, you go, well, let's try to get away from that and make it less like the original sort of inspiration. But I like hearing the demos. And I hope you guys do too. I really do. I hope. I guess maybe that's why you're here. And that's why you're part of the song club. Here's another song. This one features my wife singing on it. We haven't done that in a while, but we've probably done 4 or 5 songs where I'll talk her into coming in here into the studio and singing something. This is a song called I'm Tired of You, which is funny to me because it's her saying, oh, I'm tired of you, which, yeah, if you're in a relationship with somebody, it's real easy to get tired of them on the reg because it's a relationship and people are, different and they have different schedules and different moods and stuff. So I get it. Anyways, this song always makes me laugh. And I always think of, when I think of this song, I think of those songs like Serge Gainsbourg would like record with these really hot models back in the day. He's like a French songwriter guy. Not a good looking man, but was dating really hot French chicks. He was skinny. I will give him that. Anyway, so I always, when I hear this song, I think of like, because my wife, her family's French. Her mom's 100% French. She didn't speak a word of English until she was in her 20s. So, and my wife went to a French school growing up and is fluent in French. And so I always think of her as a French person, even though she's from Houston. All right, here it is. I'm Tired of You, featuring my wife, Laura. Long intro in this bitch.
I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. With your head like that, like
Oh, it's got that trumpet, son. That's your boy playing trumpet, by the way. Yeah, I every once in a while put a little trumpet on something just to give it that extra kadazam. Anyways, what a nice performance. I haven't listened to that in a minute, and great job. That song's from 11 years ago, if you can believe it. That's so weird. Time is so slippery as you get older. Like, if you'd asked me how many years ago did you record that song, I would have said, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, not 11 years ago. How could that have been 11 years ago? How could I even be with the same person 11 years later? How could I have written a song like that 11 years ago and still be with the same person? That's the part that defies all imagination. Not really. I love my wife, love my family, and very fortunate and very blessed to have all the things in my life, to be able to do what I do. I have the greatest job in the world. I went and saw my friend Ron White last night perform at the Comedy Mothership in Austin at great comedy room, and he was incredible. I'm telling you, when I see a great comedian, it's like watching a magic act. I told him this last night. I was like, it's amazing because you have to just be funny for an hour, and you can't stop being funny. You can't have 5 minutes where you're not funny. People will start getting uncomfortable and then angry. And he does the thing that all great people who are great at what they do. He does the thing that they do where he makes it look like what he's doing is easy and anybody could do it. And you can't. You can write a song and play it, and you can play some bullshit on stage, and then if you're a good singer, you can get away with it. And you can put on a play, and maybe it's not a good play, but you're a good actor, and then you can kind of get away with it. But comedy, you can't get away with shit. It's either funny or it's not. And the guys who are great at it, I'm just mesmerized by them. And Ron White's one of the greats. Anyways, I got one more song here. It's called I Take My Time. And this one, it said it was written this year. But it wasn't. It was written a long time ago. Because I remember when I wrote this, my son was very young at the time. And I don't know, my dad flew off the handle a lot when I was a kid. And he would also have a few of those alcoholic beverages. And he'd come in hot sometimes. And it was terrifying. Like, I was terrified that my dad would be out of control and spank me or whatever, but in a terrifying way, not in a sort of like, hey, this is what you did wrong, and this is your punishment, and it was more like just chaos coming at me and like no reasoning with any of it, and it really terrified me. And I was like, man, I just don't want to do that with my son. I don't want to put him through that. Life's terrifying enough. Life's scary enough. I don't need to add to that terror. Now, you need to set boundaries. You need to discipline your kids. I did that, by like doing timeouts, which I still to this day dumbfounded that works. But kids don't like timeouts for some reason. So, so just throughout his life, I found things that he wanted to run around because he's a boy, and then if you make him not be able to run around for a couple minutes and sit in one spot, that somehow curbs their behavior. And he's great. He's 19. He's a wonderful kid, wonderful man. He's a full-grown adult man now, and I'm just so proud of him and who he's become. And so I wrote this song called I Take My Time, which is like, I don't want to be that out of control person with my kid. I want him to know that I'm here to take care of him. And I've been pretty good. I've done a lot of work on not controlling my emotions, but taking responsibility for my own feelings. And, you know, if I get upset and frustrated, I don't take it out on him. And I've been pretty good at it. Like, I've been pretty proud of myself for that. And I didn't do it alone. I had to do a lot of therapy. I did a lot of group therapy. Did 7 years of group therapy. If you've ever thought about group therapy, it's a wonderful way to grow up emotionally. It was very helpful to me. And of course, I did 15 or 20 years of individual therapy. That's also very helpful. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. I wrote this song. I take my time. We're going to leave you. And when I say we, I'm going to leave you here with this song. And until next month, have a great month. And hopefully we'll see you on the next Song Club. In the meantime, here it is. I take my time.
I take my time when I'm with you. There are things you do to me. I can't believe they're true. I take my time when I'm with you. I take my time. I take my time when I'm with you. There are things you do to me. I still can't believe are true. I take my time when I'm with you. I take my time. I know why. 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 I take my time when I'm with you. There are things you do to me. I can't believe they're true. I take my time when I'm with you. I take my time.